Moz helps marketers and small business owners track their search rankings and audit their websites so that they can grow organic traffic without guessing what's broken. In this review, I'll show you what the tool actually does, how key features like domain authority, site crawl, and Keyword Explorer fit into real workflows, and who this makes sense for, plus where Moz falls short. If you've spent any time doing SEO, you'll have heard of Moz. This is the company that taught the internet what domain authority means. That legacy is both Moz's biggest asset and its biggest problem in 2026. Because when a tool becomes famous for one metric, and that metric is gameable, not used by Google, and updated only once a month, the real question is whether the rest of the platform still holds up. That's what we're going to find out today. The pros. Let's start with what Moz genuinely does well. First, domain authority is still the industry's common language. Even though Google has said it doesn't use domain authority for rankings, the metric still matters in practice because clients and executives already understand it. If you walk into a pitch and say, their site has a DA of 72 and ours is 41, the gap is instantly clear. Domain authority has become the shared vocabulary of SEO, and Moz owns that space. Another major strength is usability. Moz's beginner UX is still one of the best in the SEO software market. The interface is clean. The site crawl tool prioritizes fixes instead of overwhelming you with raw data. And Keyword Explorer presents difficulty scores in a way that actually helps you decide what to target. The dashboard is intuitive, which makes it especially useful for solo marketers, small business owners handling their own SEO, or teams onboarding someone new to search. Overall, the learning curve is much lower than most SEO platforms. And there is also a technical perk many people overlook: crawl budget. Moz's medium plan crawls 2 million pages per month, while SE rankings at a similar price point crawls about 250,000. For large e-commerce sites or content-heavy domains, that extra crawl budget can make a real difference. The cons. Now, let's look at where things get more complicated. First is the domain authority problem. Domain authority is manipulable, and Moz knows it. Research published by Isamsor in 2025 tested over 12,000 domains and found you can inflate a site's DA to 50 plus for roughly $15 to $100 using black hat link schemes. Even worse, when Google penalizes those same sites for spam, the DA score doesn't necessarily drop. In some cases, it increases. That creates real risk for anyone doing link prospecting or buying backlinks based on DA, because a site can appear authoritative in Moz while being effectively invisible in Google's rankings. DA also updates roughly once a month, while Ahrefs' domain rating refreshes about every 12 hours. In fast-moving niches or during a Google core update, relying on month-old data can be limiting. The second issue is AI visibility. Moz launched its AI visibility tool in 2025, but as of March 2026, it still feels half-baked and stuck in beta. The feature is expanding, but competing tools are further along. Ahrefs' Brand Radar tracks mentions across ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini simultaneously using a database of more than 100 million monthly AI prompts. If GEO is central to your strategy, Ahrefs currently provides more depth. Finally, there are the hidden costs. The $39 per month starter plan sounds affordable, but only allows 50 tracked keywords and one site. Most users will realistically need the $79 standard plan, and additional user seats can add around $49 or more, making costs rise quickly for teams or agencies. The workflow and UI. So what's it like using Moz day to day? For the most part, smooth and intuitive. Navigation is logical, and if you've used any web-based SaaS tool in the last few years, you won't need a tutorial to find what you're looking for. The site crawl dashboard is especially well designed. Instead of overwhelming you with thousands of issues, it prioritizes problems by impact, making it easier to triage, technical audit, and focus on fixes that matter. Where Moz starts to feel limited is when you try to go deeper. Keyword suggestions cap at about 1,000 results per search, while Semrush's keyword magic tool often returns tens of thousands. The competitive analysis module also provides directional insights, but lacks the traffic estimation data that Semrush includes natively. For the learning curve, I'd put Moz at about 3.5 out of 10 in difficulty, which is lower than most major SEO platforms. Realistically, you can set up campaigns, start rank tracking, and run your first site crawl within a few hours. There's no painful onboarding, no complex workspace setup, and the free 7-day trial on the standard and medium plans gives you enough time to actually stress test the tool before spending $1. If you've already decided to give Moz a shot, the link is in the description. It's my affiliate link, which helps support the channel at absolutely no extra cost to you, and it takes you straight to the 7-day free trial. Go explore it, run a real site audit, pull some keyword data, and see how it compares to what you're using now. Now, let's talk about how Moz actually plugs into your existing tools, because this is where things get interesting: ecosystem and integrations. The ecosystem experience can vary depending on what you're using. Google Analytics integration is solid. Google Analytics integration works well. Moz connects cleanly with both Google Analytics and GA4, and reviewers consistently describe it as reliable. If your reporting workflow lives inside the Google ecosystem, this connection works smoothly. Zapier support exists, but not natively within Moz Pro. Automations can be built through third-party connectors, but you're not simply clicking a Connect to Zapier button inside the platform the way you can with tools like Semrush or HubSpot. Slack integration is also missing as a native feature. If you want rank change alerts or crawl notifications pushed to your team's Slack channels, you'll need to build that workflow yourself. Overall stability is generally good, but the integration footprint is relatively small compared with competitors. Teams running larger MarTech stacks will likely find themselves exporting data manually more often than they would prefer. Price and the competition. Now let's break down the numbers briefly. Moz Standard costs $79 per month on annual billing, which includes 300 tracked keywords, 3 sites, and 400,000 pages crawled. Semrush Pro costs $117 per month, about $38 more. However, Semrush tracks 500 keywords, includes a built-in link building outreach tool that Moz doesn't offer, provides competitor traffic estimates, and has a larger backlink database. So, while Moz is cheaper on paper, Semrush includes tools that might otherwise require additional subscriptions. The closer comparison is Ahrefs. Ahrefs Lite starts at $108 per month, about $29 more than Moz Standard. For that extra spend, you get 750 tracked keywords versus Moz's 300, and a significantly larger backlink database. Moz does offer more crawl capacity at this price point, but if keyword tracking and backlink analysis are central to your workflow, Ahrefs delivers more data. The bottom line: Moz is the most affordable entry point among the 3 major SEO platforms, but it tracks fewer keywords, has the smallest backlink database, and lacks built-in outreach tools. The verdict. So is Moz worth it in 2026? If you're a solo marketer, a small business owner managing your own SEO, or a team that is relatively new to search, Moz is still a strong choice. The interface is easy to learn, the crawl capacity at the mid-tier is underrated, and the 7-day free trial lets you test the platform on your own site before paying anything. If you're running an agency, managing multiple clients, doing heavy link building, or relying on competitive traffic estimates, you may want to look directly at Semrush or Ahrefs instead. Moz's keyword tracking limits, lack of outreach tools, and smaller backlink index will likely become frustrating within a couple of months. And if your main priority is tracking brand mentions across AI platforms like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini, Moz's AI visibility tool is still developing. Platforms like Ahrefs, Brand Radar, and Semrush's AI visibility toolkit currently provide broader coverage. The best approach is simple. Use the free trial. Run your site through the crawler. Generate keyword reports for pages you are actively trying to rank, and see whether the data fits your workflow. If you found this helpful and you're planning to try Moz, remember to use my link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.